Now we move around to the rear of the unit, and on the left hand side there are a number of connectors to allow you to connect it to various sound sources. The main ones that we're interested in is this 2-channel connector, red and white one here. This is where you would connect your speaker outputs into the 2-channel, and that will allow you, it will connect you to your speaker. The other one that you're interested in on this spot is the video connector. Composite Video Out with the cable provided. You plug it into here, the other end into your input on your Composite Video in on your TV, and you're set to go. So you've got audio and you've got video on the back. Next we move over on the rear of the unit to the USB port on the back. This is where you will take your USB memory key that is supplied on the cable. You will take the cable end of it and plug it into the back. It will only go into the unit on one way, so don't force it in. It won't go in upside down. Once you have connected that, you can then set the key on top of the unit if you like. The final connection you have is the power connector on the back of the unit, and you will be supplied with a power cable, which the end is keyed. It's square on one end and round on the other, so it will only go into the power connector one way. So push the power connector in, make sure it's firmly seated. And that is all your connections on the rear of the... And this is the rear of the speaker that you get with the karaoke rental unit. It's an Elite E10 powered speaker capable of 350 watts. So you can get a lot of volume out of it, and you have to be careful with the volume control on it because it does jump up rather rapidly. So as far as connecting the speaker, there are 2 connections that you have to deal with here. The first one being the power connector. You will get a power cable with it. The power cable will only go in one way. So you plug the power cable into the unit. The second connection, of course, is for the speaker. And on the speaker we have an input connector on it, and you have the end of the connector which looks like this, and it's a single male 1/4-inch connector. It plugs into the center of the unit there. So those are the 2 connections that you have to worry about. Now as far as operating the speaker, first thing you do on the speaker is make sure that the volume level is right down. You have three settings here. There's a volume level, there's a treble, and a bass. So you can control the quality of sound, or the highs and the lows that come out of the speaker, and the volume level. Make sure the volume level is turned right down when you start up the speaker. At this point now, at the bottom of the unit, you will see that there is a power button, and you just basically turn the power button on. At this point, you will go back to your karaoke machine, you will start up a song, make sure the song is running, and then you will turn your volume level up ever so slowly, just very slowly until you hear sound. You shouldn't need any more than about 1 or 2 to hear the sound, and you're probably not going to go beyond 3 or 4 in full sound. So that should be all you need. You don't have to worry about the buttons on this side. You can leave them as is. And that's about it for the speaker. The speaker does go mount onto the speaker stand you will get with it. There's a hole in the bottom of the speaker, and that allows you to set it up on a stand, and you can put it as high as you want. It's suggested you put it kind of up as high as you can to get it above people's heads. Make sure you do not sing directly in front of the speaker. You will get feedback. Feedback is a nasty squeal that will not be pleasant for anybody. So make sure when you're singing, you're standing to the side or behind the speaker. And here we have the front of the CAVS karaoke unit. First thing to do once you get the unit completely hooked up is you turn the power button on here. Also, you plug your microphones into the holes here and here. You can then adjust your mic volumes here and here. This switch dial over here adjusts the echo. You can add echo to a person's voice, makes them sound a bit better. Here we have the key controls, so you can go flat or sharp or go back to the original mode of the song here. This button on the left, DU, this is where you will select the memory key. Once you turn the unit on and hook it up to your screen, you will see it'll give you, it will be trying to load the disc from the disc player. If you push the DU button, the screen will then display a little menu allowing you to select the DVD or the USB key. Using the remote control, you would scroll down and pick the USB key. Now the whole unit is controlled with the remote control that is supplied with it. And the main buttons you're going to be using are the buttons right here in the center, these 4 arrows and the enter key, as well as just below them you'll see a play, a stop, pause button, and you can stop and pause songs if you want. But you use these arrow keys to select the songs. You go through the directories, up and down arrows selecting the folders, right and left arrows selecting the individual songs in the folders. Once you get to a song you want to play, you push the enter button and the song starts playing. Basically, you don't need to use any of the other buttons. Also, make sure that you point the unit, the remote control, directly at the front of the karaoke unit. Do not be pointing it at the TV. The number one complaint we get is that the remote control doesn't work, and that's because people point it at the TV rather than at the karaoke machine itself. The very front of the machine has the sensor for the remote control. Also, you get 3 booklets. The booklets are your karaoke listings, and this is where you will select the music that you want to play or that people want to sing. If you open the book, you will notice that at the very front page we have recently added listings by artist. These are the listings that have been added since the book has been made. So we've added quite a few songs. We add new selections all the time to the machine. You will notice that if you look close at the listing, you will see that the songs are sorted by artist and the name of the song, and then you have a CD column. In this case, we have Empire State of Mind on CD 259, track 6. That is actually, instead of a CD, because we store all our songs now on the memory key, it is folder number 259. Now, besides the recently added music, if we scroll forward, we then have our main karaoke listings by artists. And this is the main library and contains all of your classics, as well as some of the newer music that was added and when the book was redone. So make sure you check both the recently added and the karaoke listings by artists if you're looking for a specific song. Now, also at the back of the book, we have a listing of karaoke listing by title. Here, if somebody does not know the name of does not know the artist of a specific song they want to sing, they can look up the song by the title. It's sorted alphabetically by title, and that will tell them the CD it's on. Note, this does not contain the recent listings. They are not in the karaoke listings by title. For those, you will have to scroll through the first couple of pages of the book. Once again, you will be getting 3 books. Take care of the books. If a book gets completely destroyed, it is $10 charge. Now we move to our TV monitor. As you can see, I have my video cable, the other end of my video cable plugged into the video in jack on the front of my monitor. At this point, I turn my monitor on, and you should be on the video in jack on your TV. Screen will probably be blue on your monitor. Most of them are like that. Now at this point, we turn on our CAVS machine. And you will see it says initializing on the monitor. You give it a couple of seconds, and from after the initializing, the screen will switch to indicate that the CAVS machine has booted up. And there's the screen you will see. If you see the screen, you will notice that you have correctly selected the video in jack on your TV. If you don't see this screen or you don't see the initializing, double check your connections and double check to make sure you turned your TV to video in signal. At this point, we push that DU button that I'd indicated on the front of the machine. When I select that, you will notice the little menu comes up on the middle of the screen, and this menu allows you to select a DVD drive, USB device, or do a search. At this point, you would take your remote control and you point it at the karaoke machine, the front, using the down and up arrows, and you select the USB device. Press enter, and now you get a list of all of the folders that are on that USB device. You'll notice that the folders are separated 20 at a time. You have 1 to 20, 21 to 49, and so forth. If suppose you picked a song that you wanted to sing that's on disc number 43, you would use the arrow keys to go down the list of folders and pick the one that has 43 in it. That would be 41 to 60. Press the center enter button on the remote control, pointing at the karaoke unit, and it now opens up with a list of the folders that are in that subfolder. So you will see that there's CDG number 41, 42, 43. We want 43, so we will scroll down to 43 using the arrow keys, press the enter button. Now it comes up with a list of the songs that are in that folder. Pushing left and right, you can go through the songs in that folder till you get to the one that you want to sing. And when you get to the one that you want to sing, you push the enter button, and now the screen changes and the song will come up on your screen. The lyrics on the screen are highlighted as you sing so that it's easy to follow. If there are duets, you will notice that there are two different colors. One color is for the male, one color for the female. And so, as you can see, the lyrics are highlighted as the person sings. And that's basically the operation. Now, when you are done singing this song, you can either stop it if you want to stop and restart it, or you can pause it and go back to the beginning using the remote. At the end of the song, it will return to this menu where you have the song selection for that disc. Pushing the up arrow button on the remote will take you back to your main listing, where you can once again now select the next song that somebody wants to sing in the same method. And that's how you run the machine.